Pip the hedgehog loved exploring. Every morning, as the first rays of sunlight filtered through the trees, Pip would wake up with a sense of excitement. His tiny heart would race with the anticipation of new discoveries. The forest was his playground, and every corner held a new secret waiting to be uncovered. Every day he scurried through the forest, sniffing out adventure. The rustling leaves, the chirping birds, and the distant sound of a babbling brook were all part of his daily symphony. Pip's nose would twitch as he picked up the scent of fresh pine and damp earth, guiding him to new and exciting places. One sunny morning, Pip followed a winding path he'd never seen before. The path was dappled with sunlight, creating a mosaic of light and shadow on the forest floor. As he ventured further, the sounds of the forest seemed to fade, replaced by a serene silence that piqued his curiosity. The air smelled like blooming flowers. It was a fragrance so sweet and intoxicating that Pip couldn't help but follow it. Each step brought him closer to the source of the scent, and his excitement grew with every breath. Pip's whiskers twitched with excitement. His little paws moved faster, driven by the promise of something wonderful just ahead. He could feel the soft grass beneath his feet, a stark contrast to the rough forest floor he was used to. The path led to a hidden meadow bathed in sunshine. It was a sight to behold, with golden rays illuminating the vibrant colors of the meadow. The grass was lush and green, and the air was filled with the gentle hum of nature.
In the middle of the meadow lay the most amazing garden Pip had ever seen. It was a garden unlike any other, with flowers that seemed to glow with an inner light. The colours were so vivid and bright that they seemed almost magical. It shimmered and sparkled with all the colours of the rainbow. Each petal, each leaf seemed to be painted with the hues of 1,000 sunsets. The garden was alive with colour, a living masterpiece that took Pip's breath away. Flowers of every shape and size swayed gently in the breeze. There were tall sunflowers that reached for the sky, delicate daisies that danced with the wind, and roses that blushed with the deepest reds. Each flower added its own unique beauty to the garden. Pip had found the magical rainbow garden. It was a place of wonder and enchantment, a hidden gem that seemed to exist outside of time. Pip felt a sense of joy and peace wash over him as he took in the beauty of the garden.
Pip scurried through the garden, his little paws light on the soft grass. He explored every nook and cranny, marveling at the wonders he found. The grass felt like a soft carpet beneath his feet, and he reveled in the freedom of the open space. Butterflies with wings like stained glass fluttered past. Their delicate wings caught the sunlight, creating a kaleidoscope of colors that danced in the air. Pip watched in awe as they flitted from flower to flower, adding to the magic of the garden. A gentle hum filled the air, a song of bees busy among the blossoms. The bees moved with purpose, their tiny bodies covered in golden pollen. They were the keepers of the garden, ensuring that each flower bloomed in its full glory. The rainbow garden was a magical place. It was a sanctuary of beauty and tranquility, a hidden paradise that Pip was lucky to have found. As he lay down in the soft grass, surrounded by the vibrant colors and gentle sounds of the garden, Pip knew that this was a place he would cherish forever. But something wasn't quite right. As Pip explored, he noticed the colors seemed dimmer than they should. The roses weren't a dazzling scarlet, but a pale, washed-out pink. The violets were barely a whisper of purple. Even the sunbeams seemed to shine a little less brightly. Pip tilted his head, puzzled. Why were the colors so faint? This was the rainbow garden. Where were all the bright, beautiful hues? The garden should have been bursting with color, but instead it felt strangely muted. A deep sadness seemed to hang in the air.
Pip decided to investigate. He scurried deeper into the garden, his nose twitching. He hoped he could find out what was happening to this magical place. He couldn't bear to see the rainbow garden so sad and colourless.
Pip reached the center of the garden. He had been wandering through the lush greenery, marveling at the vibrant flowers and the gentle hum of bees. The garden was a place of wonder, filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the soft rustle of leaves in the breeze. Pip had always felt a special connection to this place, as if it were alive with magic and secrets waiting to be discovered. There, standing tall and proud, was a giant sunflower. Its golden petals reached towards the sky, basking in the warm sunlight. The sunflower seemed to be the heart of the garden, radiating a gentle, comforting energy that made Pip feel at home. Its petals were the color of sunshine, but even they seemed a little dim. The once vibrant yellow had faded, and the sunflower's leaves drooped slightly, as if weighed down by an invisible burden. Pip could sense that something was wrong, that the sunflower was not as happy as it appeared. As Pip watched, the sunflower's face drooped. It was a subtle movement, but it spoke volumes. The sunflower's eyes, usually bright and full of life, were now dull and filled with sadness. Pip's heart ached for the sunflower, and he knew he had to do something to help. A single tear of dew rolled down its stem. "Excuse me," Pip squeaked. "Are you all right?" His voice was small and gentle, filled with concern. He had never seen the sunflower like this before, and it worried him deeply.
The sunflower turned its face towards Pip. Its movements were slow and deliberate, as if it were gathering the strength to speak. The sunflower's eyes met Pip's, and in that moment, Pip felt a deep connection to the sunflower's sorrow. "Little hedgehog," it said, its voice a soft whisper on the wind. "I am the sunflower spirit, and this garden is my heart." The words were filled with a profound sadness, and Pip could feel the weight of the sunflower's emotions. The garden, once a place of joy and beauty, was now a reflection of the sunflower's troubled heart. "But my heart is losing its joy." The sunflower spirit's voice trembled with emotion, and Pip could see the pain etched on its face. The garden, once vibrant and full of life, was now a shadow of its former self. The flowers were wilting, the colors were fading, and the air was heavy with a sense of loss.
"Why?" asked Pip, his eyes wide with concern. He couldn't understand how such a beautiful place could be filled with so much sadness. What had happened to the garden, and why was the sunflower spirit so troubled? Where have all the colors gone? Pip's voice was filled with a mix of confusion and worry. The garden, once a kaleidoscope of colors, was now dull and lifeless. The vibrant reds, blues, and yellows had all but disappeared, leaving behind a world of gray.
"The colors," sighed the sunflower spirit, "have forgotten how to be colors." The sunflower spirit's voice was filled with a deep sense of loss. The colors, once so full of life and energy, had lost their way. They no longer knew how to shine, how to bring joy to the garden. Red, the brave cardinal, has flown away from his anger. The sunflower spirit's words were heavy with sorrow. The cardinal, once a symbol of courage and strength, had left the garden in a fit of rage. His absence had left a void, and the garden was poorer for it. Blue, the shy butterfly, hides his sadness. The butterfly, once a delicate and beautiful presence in the garden, had retreated into himself. His wings, once a brilliant blue, were now dull and lifeless. The garden missed his gentle touch, his quiet grace, and Yellow, the cheerful bee, has lost her buzz. The bee, once a symbol of joy and energy, was now a shadow of her former self. Her wings no longer hummed with life, and her once bright yellow stripes had faded. The garden was silent without her cheerful buzz, and the flowers missed her tireless work.
"I must help. Where can I find Red the Brave Cardinal?"
The sunflower spirit pointed towards the east.
Follow the sunrise, listen for the cardinal's song.
Pip scurried off, following the path of the rising sun. He journeyed through fields of wildflowers and climbed over moss-covered logs. Finally, he heard a beautiful song full of passion and fire. He looked up and saw a flash of crimson perched on a branch. It was Red, the brave cardinal. But Red the brave cardinal didn't look very brave. His feathers were ruffled and his song was filled with sadness.
"Why do you sing such a sad song?"
I am angry. Angry that a storm destroyed my nest. Angry that I couldn't protect my babies.
But anger is a part of you. It's a natural emotion that everyone feels from time to time. It's what makes you brave, what helps you protect those you love. Without it, you wouldn't have the courage to stand up for yourself or others. It's what makes you brave, what helps you protect those you love. Anger, when understood and controlled, can be a powerful force for good. It can drive you to make positive changes and to fight for what is right.
Pip explained about the rainbow garden and how Red's colour was needed to bring back its joy. The garden had lost its vibrancy, and without Red's passionate hue, it seemed dull and lifeless. Pip knew that Red's bravery and strength were essential to restoring the garden's beauty. Red the brave cardinal considered Pip's words. He realized that his anger, which he had always seen as a burden, could actually be a source of strength. It was a part of him that he could use to bring back the joy and color to the rainbow garden. He took a deep breath and sang a new song, a song full of both sorrow and hope. His voice carried the weight of his emotions, and as he sang, he felt a sense of release. The song was a testament to his journey, a blend of his struggles and his triumphs. As he sang, a beautiful red glow spread from his chest, painting the sky with crimson streaks. The garden began to respond to his song, the flowers perking up and the colours becoming more vibrant. It was as if the garden itself was singing along with him, rejoicing in the return of its lost colour. The sunflower spirit had told Pip that Blue the shy butterfly hid in the forest shadows. Blue was essential to the garden's harmony, but his shyness kept him hidden away. Pip knew he had to find Blue and help him understand his own importance. Pip found him perched on a delicate bluebell, his wings trembling slightly. Blue was afraid of being seen, afraid of not being enough. But Pip knew that Blue's gentle nature was just as important as Red's bravery.
Hello! You must be Blue the shy butterfly. I've been looking for you. The garden needs you, Blue. Your gentle touch and calming presence are what bring balance to our world.
The butterfly fluttered his wings nervously. He had always felt insignificant, overshadowed by the more vibrant and bold creatures around him, but hearing Pip's words made him feel a glimmer of hope.
Why are you sad? You have so much to offer, Blue. Your presence is soothing, and your color brings a sense of peace to the garden. Without you, the garden cannot be complete.
I am sad because I am small and easily frightened. I feel like I don't belong here, like I can't make a difference. I wish I were big and strong like a bear, then maybe I could be brave and important. I wish I were big and strong like a bear. But Pip smiled gently and said, Blue, you don't need to be big and strong to be important. Your kindness and gentleness are your strengths. They are what make you special and irreplaceable in the garden.